Okay, so going off of where we were last episode, finishing there. I had this room all off by one. I don't know how I managed to do that, but this has all been pushed over now, so this room is even. Set up and look at it. I got one little hole to patch, and that is all done. But yeah, no, I literally went down to go look at it. I was like, wait a second, this room is off. And the reason it was off is because I just miscounted or something or put the wall in the wrong spot. But that is fixed now, and we got a nice even down room. So, to replace a little bit here, and then down there, and we got everything back to where it was. Luckily, this wall right here is this. So half of this I didn't even have to do. I literally just had to break a couple blocks, and we were there for it. It was really nice. And just like that, this room's all done, which makes me really happy. That was a super easy fix. And another day of us looking at this farming room and realizing we gotta do something with it. Different days problems. So, idea I had, which I'm gonna try out today, is I want to carve out these middle spots and put these stone slabs there and see if that makes it look nicer. So we're gonna try for today. So a little bit of a calmer episode and one where I can talk a bit more and not have to brainstorm. This is just going to be a redundant task to get done to pretty that up. Because originally I was doing this. So this will get pushed to, I don't know, later. We'll see. We'll see how much time we got left after this. I just completely struck out multiple times. Let me close that off so I don't think I can. But anyway, so the idea is we take all four of these sections and we stripe them. So let's start with this section here, and I just want to see how it looks. And if it looks good, then we can continue it through the rest of it. But I'm not sure how it'll look. I guess it would make more sense to start at the bottom and then pile our way up. But yeah. So I guess what we can talk about today is something. I had a few topics on my mind. That's just a nice thing about working, honestly, is that it gives me time to think about random conversation topics to have. And one of the ones I was having is not going to be as existential as, that one where I was like, am I going to be proud of myself in the future? Which I still think is a good talk. And I'm going to do more stuff like that down the line. But the one today that, crap, that's the wrong type of block. The one today that kind of stuck with me more was I am getting myself distracted too quickly. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Crap, this is going to end up wasting some blocks, but I have to. Okay. So this is fixed now. We shouldn't have to worry about that. But it made me realize that I need to go through and break a couple blocks. Luckily here we don't need to break anything because it's not the front and back. There's no... I guess that might actually be the only section we have to do something because we had extra flooring. So what, I will repatch this hole again. And I will ignore this. And we should be good to honestly just Mine back down. I want to see. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Is the big thing. But this adds more is the problem with how boring most of this area is. But as I was trying to say earlier, before we got majorly distracted, I don't know why this has just been such a prominent thing over the last couple years, but I feel like Minecraft is just beyond overly hated for some reason. I know they get it because they think Mojang is, killing the game. They keep doing stuff that's different. Tons of negative like press about it and stuff like that. But I just feel like there's just so much negativity that keeps happening with the game, and it's at the point now where it's just unjust and it's not needed. And I feel like the world, especially the internet, is very hateful and overly critical about everything because people just like having things to complain about. If that's one thing that I've learned about being online and just seeing stuff is people would much rather say something negative online than in person because obviously, you don't have to worry about people to hearing what you said, responding to you in person, stuff like that. But also it's kind of promoted. If you look at companies like Meta and with especially Instagram, you go look at Instagram Reels, they are not a good or a happy place to be. There's obviously good reels and there's good comments, but you go to most of them, it's going to be saying foul things. It's going to be saying some very off-putting things, some just messed up things, and it's kind of just like becoming a norm to be negative. And I feel like this really stems to Minecraft because everything Minecraft does now is hated, basically. Obviously, it gets its praise every once in a while, but I feel like people just won't stop hating on it, and I don't understand like the main reason. And then I feel like people have the biggest hatred are the ones that are doing what I'm doing. Obviously, they're not doing the series I thought of. They're literally just experimenting old Minecraft, or they're just you know just playing the game and they're like, "Oh, Mojang sucks now. Minecraft's not the same as it was. The game was better." And as somebody who didn't get to grow up playing exactly this version of Minecraft, I played similar, but obviously had a few more blocks in the game, I think, than now, because there was powered rails when I played. So I'm assuming it was more of a beta 1.7 or a beta 1.3. It was something along the lines of that when I started playing, and I played Pocket Edition. I didn't play this version and stuff like this. But people just think that it was a simpler time in. Uh-oh. Okay. So we hit an issue. Completely forgot about this. Yes. We just ignore it and just see if people don't realize one section doesn't go up, which is kind of annoying, which I literally forgot. I literally talked about it earlier how like even just that noise right there cuz just brings me back the death sound and the hurt noise like stuff like that just obviously makes you smile because of the nostalgia, but is it really better? Because you always perceive the past better than it was. Obviously, I enjoyed playing when I was little, but obviously I had more stuff to deal with then than I did now because, well, freedom is a big thing. I can go do what I want now. I'm not constrained to what parents believed or what your parents did or anything like that. But it just makes me wonder if everyone just has some blind nostalgia to the game. And then you always get the people who are like, oh, I've never played before, but the old games are better. Well, the thing is, it's simpler. Like, I understand that, there's less to do, there is less blocks. Like, I'm having fun. I no, like, I generally am having fun with the version, but I am beyond limited in the stuff I can do. Like, there's only so much building and so much stuff I can go off to do because of you know, what's in the game. Like, I've already run out of blocks and basically hit a wall with what I can even do. I place this one a little too close. Because it's like, I want to experience this old version and the stuff like this, but there's just no blocks. There isn't decorations. There isn't I guess it's the beta aspect of it too, it could be. Because I know a lot of people are nostalgic for beta over alpha, obviously, because more people joined the game when the game was in beta, but then also more people joined the game when it was in full release versions. So you gotta think it's a somewhat similar scenario for both of those, where as the versions go on, more people are nostalgia for it. Which also means there's a weird world where people are gonna be nostalgia for like really crappy versions of the game or random stuff like that, which is also kind of funny. Like someone's like, "Oh man, I really loved 1.11. That was the update." Like there is going to be people in the world to think that. I mean, are they wrong? 100% yes. There's no such thing as a wrong opinion besides if you think 1.11 was a good update. I mean, seriously. Bone blocks and polar bears and magma, is that all you could do? Anyway, but yeah, I just feel that the game is just beyond negative at this point. And it's just unfairly hated. I know that that's kind of rambling back on circling the point that I was talking about, but it just doesn't feel fair to like especially the legacy Minecraft has built and other stuff like that that it's okay to get mad at them when they have to get custom with times. Obviously they're doing like weird things like people don't like the telemetry or whatever that's called, the data that they're collecting and all kinds of stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and defend them and be like, yeah, 100% take my data, but it's like you gotta like kind of think in the shoes of Mojang. As much as you want Mojang to be their own company, Microsoft owns them, and as we know, Microsoft and all these big companies, they're not good companies. I mean, relatively to environmental impacts they've done, the way they screw players over, the way they do things. Obviously, I have tons of great memories. My first big memories were playing on Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. 4J Studios did an amazing job with bringing Minecraft over to that and doing a great job, and I love that. But they were given more freedom than they have with Mojang now. It's like a thing I've noticed where they were given tons of freedom and now they've been slowly just taking it away. You can just kind of notice as there's changes being affected in Minecraft. Like, okay, this isn't a Mojang change, this is a Microsoft change, which at the end of the day means we should probably be getting more mad at Microsoft, not at Mojang, because they are only responsible for so much of it, which is I think definitely where people are getting things wrong. It's like, okay, can we at least blame the right people for the right thing? Because it's like we knew this was going to happen when Notch sold the game, all those years ago, that things were going to be different in a large company. But then they were like, oh yeah, we're not going to do much. We're not going to touch things. We're going to leave the game to be, which was convincing and it was believable for a long time. But now they've started rearing their head at things, started taking over little stuff about it. And that's one thing that I've noticed with like everything. as things go on, things get worse. Companies try to make more profit. They try to they don't even try. They just destroy the stuff that we enjoy and love. And then, there's not much we can do about it as things have to get worse. You got how many times do I see a new update on Instagram or YouTube where the AI just looks stupid? Not AI, or the UI just looks worse and it's dumber, it's more impractical. What was it? Was it YouTube Shorts or is it Reels? One of them made the freaking like button a lot bigger just recently than it was. It's like this wasn't a needed change, but they just like tweaking little things and making it worse. Like on TVs, they changed the interface for how YouTube works. And now, in order to find the comment section, it's a lot more difficult. You got to go to the description, then navigate. Where you used to be able just to hit one button and go to the comments, but now you got to scroll through lots of just like they just keep making things worse, and I just don't understand. I feel like we're eventually going to hit a point where like a revolution happens, or something where people stand up to it, or even like we did talk about the I've seen a good video. Jay Schlatt made a good video on the oversimplification of logos and stuff like that, where they've gotten worse over time and things like that, where it just corporate greed just changes so much stuff. And obviously, I'm not gonna sit there and defend them, but you gotta think about it, especially if you're a public company, you get traded stock market and stuff like that, you can't really do much because at the end of the day, you have to listen to the shareholders and you have to do what makes money or you lose your job or you'll lose stuff like that. So it's understandable. I'm just not, I guess, I'm just not happy with it. If that makes any sense. Also, I could move this room over 1, 2, 3. If we make this the kitchen, the only thing that sucks is, yeah, this is not a pure even room. Oh well. Well, one of these walls. Wait, this wall. Both walls are going to be moved in by one. So. Oh well. So I'll just leave there. And then this hallway will also, well, I guess that was my little Minecraft rant about how people are over hateful and they're blaming the wrong people. Obviously, there is a charm to the nostalgia that old Minecraft had, and I'm experiencing it right now. I'm having fun with the game, but also it's just limiting to the game. But also, I do feel like YouTube has hurt the way we view Minecraft. Like, was it, I think it was last episode where I was talking about how people enjoy the game where it's not so ADHD focused and it's what I'm looking for. Wasn't like super crazy because like if you go back to the old versions, it's very little editing. It's more fun for everybody. I want to make sure I put these in the right spot. You're good. Is this good? Is that enough room? Okay, good. To make sure before I go, too far down this. Yeah. But yeah, no. So yeah, I think that's definitely talk for a different time. But YouTube has just ruined the way that I look at Minecraft and I enjoy it because everybody builds bigger and bigger and better crazy things with hardcore. Oh, I spent 3,000 hours doing this, where it's like the normal person like me, I can't do that, even if I really wanted to. And I've had aspirations of making cool, crazy things or stuff like that. But the problem is most of us suck at the game. I mean, there's no, it's being blunt. It's like I'm not good at Minecraft. Obviously, I have hours in the game and I've done tons of stuff, but I'm not good at the game. I'm decent. I'm never gonna be good at PvP. I'm never gonna have be able to say lots of stuff that a lot of people. We do need some more food, so we follow this pig. If you get what I mean. So, I do think that's a good spot to end this. I worked on a couple things. I need to now tree mining, start working on staircase down, and prettying up things so I can figure out how I'm going to do the bottom, because that's what sucks is I can't figure out how I want to do this. But yeah, that's it for this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!